Welcome back to another episode from Mimi's Keto Kitchen. Today I'm feeling a little slap happy, so I'm just going to pre-warn you. I dug out my husband's apron because I feel like I need an apron if I'm on a cooking show, right? So this apron says I heart chicken nuggets. I think my husband could live off chicken nuggets. I made this for him when we were dating. Oh, I used to make so much fun of him because we started dating because we met on eHarmony, and then we hit the trails together. We both enjoy long distance biking, and the first time we met up for a biking trip, he had a Diet Coke in his bike holder where the water bottle should go. And then when we go out to eat, I'm like, oh, give me that steak, and some good asparagus or Brussels sprouts or something like that. And he's like, I'll have chicken nuggets. So I always feel guilty because I am enjoying the good foods. So just because I'm keto doesn't mean I can force it on other people. So just remember that your life is your journey. And this is what I choose for me. Although this that I'm making today is something that my husband does actually really enjoy. I'm making homemade pizza. My crust is going to be what is called a fat head crust, and it's basically made out of mozzarella cheese, half a cup of almond flour, and 1 egg. I'm gonna put a little dash of Italian seasoning in it as well. So what you're first going to wanna do is, this is 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. I just bought it pre-shredded from Meyer brand is good. You're going to want a microwave safe bowl, and what you'll do is you're going to start melting this cheese a little bit. That's your first thing that you do with this, is you start melting the cheese, and you're going to put it in there for 30 second intervals. Don't do 30 minutes. You will ruin your pizza crust for sure. So not to be too cheesy, but I have my camera hanging on my microwave, and yeah, you should see my setup for a recording. It's pretty hilarious. So I'm gonna have to pause this video and so that I can actually close my microwave. I'll let you know when I come back on how long it took me to melt the cheese. So for my microwave, it looks like it only took about 1 minute. So the cheese is nice, and see that just melted really good. So this is where you're gonna wanna take your rings off, guys, because I'm in trouble here because, help! This is not working for me. There we go. Obviously, you are going to want to put your almond flour in first, because if you put that egg in, you can throw your pinch of Italian seasoning in there too. You don't have to do the Italian seasoning, I just like it. But this, guys, is where it gets messy. You're just gonna wanna really incorporate that almond flour. Don't be afraid to get your hands messy. If you remember back in school, when you were in the chemistry lab, it was messy. This is kind of like chemistry, guys. Get in that kitchen, make up some recipes, have some fun. Okay, so the almond flour is almost mixed in, and I'm actually going to beat this egg up a little bit. I want to make sure that it doesn't feel too hot to my hand, which it didn't. And then you just throw that egg in there. And then this is where it really is kind of slimy. Yeah. But it is going to be crispy and tasty. This is going to be my dinner. I like to be prepared, so I am actually making sure that this crust is ready for me when I get home tonight. You actually can make this crust and then just put it right on a pan and start cooking it right away. But what I like to do is mix it up real good, roll it in a piece of saran wrap, which I have laid out here, and I like to put it back in the refrigerator and just let it sit there. And then when I come home this evening, because remember, I'm a realtor and I am going out to list a property today. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, so this took a little time, obviously. But it's done. Otis, get off. My dog's jumping on me. I think he likes the smell of this. So, ow, Otis, off. So this is what it looks like. And like I said, you could easily put this on a piece of parchment paper and roll it out right now. We're going to pre-bake this before we put all of our toppings on it. So, woo, woo. Maybe I should be a juggler instead. Maybe not. Okay, so now that I have it mixed really good, I'm just gonna put it on a piece of saran wrap. Otis, off. Anybody want a cute little 4-month-old puppy? Off. Yeah, I'm not a fan of him jumping on my cabinets, just to let you know. So I have it wrapped up in a piece of saran wrap, and I'm just gonna put this in the refrigerator. Okay, I am back home from my first day as being an essential worker. I was able to go in homes of potential sellers, and so that was really fun. I am such a people person. I need my people, so it was great. So the first thing I did when I got home, I just took my dough out of the refrigerator, and I have a piece of parchment paper, and I've just folded it right in half because this dough is sticky. And I'm actually going to you could make this into one big pizza. I'm actually going to make it into 2 because I like my crust a little bit on the crispy side. So I found in the past that if I make it into 2 pieces, I feel like it cooks better. So I'm just gonna lay that right in the center of one piece, and then I'll just smush it down. You definitely want parchment paper for this job. But yeah, just take your rolling pin and roll every which way. Oh, yeah, easier said than done, right guys? It's almost like a 2-person job. 1 person holding the parchment paper, 1 person. This is called a rolling pin, but today I'm using it as a push pin. It's okay. Yeah, so just smooth it out. As I was getting my dough out of the refrigerator, I turned my oven on 425 so that I could bake this bad boy. It's gonna be delicious. I love how crispy the crust turns out. So guys, this is like half of the crust. And I'm actually going to, yeah, so this is just half a piece. I mean, that's a pretty big piece of pizza. I like mine on the thinner side, but look at this. This is why you need parchment paper in your kitchen. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna leave it on this parchment paper to cook in the oven. That way it comes off real nice. So I'm going to get this on a pan, and I'm going to get it baking for 10 minutes at 425. It's just going to kind of pre-cook it a little bit. I'm just gonna roll that up. I just took my crust out. It baked for 10 minutes at 425. Look at that golden brown. It's going to be so crispy and delicious. I'm going to add a little sauce. My sauce is just a local store brand sauce. I really am into label reading. I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of sauce on here, but really read your labels. I cannot stress that enough. A lot of the name brand sauces actually had sugar in them. This local store brand sauce did not. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm also going to add pepperoni and of course bacon. If you follow me, you know I love my bacon. My bacon loves me. And a little bit of sausage. I cooked the whole package because what I want to do is I'm going to use the rest in an egg bake that I'm going to make probably tomorrow. And I'm gonna go light on the mushrooms because mushrooms have carbs and I want to keep this as low carb as I can. And with the crust having almond flour in it, by the time I'm done with this pizza, it's going to have about 10 grams of carbs. So the things that I know have more carbs in them, I'm gonna go a little bit light on for my toppings, which would be the mushrooms and the green peppers. You can load on the sausage, the pepperoni, and the bacon. Load it on. That's what makes it delicious. I like a little bit of kick, so I'm gonna add a little bit of red pepper to mine. And I'm going to add a little bit of cheese for the top, maybe just 1/4 cup. Because remember, my crust is cheese-based crust. And I don't want to make this any higher in carbs than what I really need. My pizza's ready. I'm gonna put it back in the oven, still at 425, for another 10 minutes. And it's just gonna come out golden brown, delicious, and I can't wait to dig in. Fresh out of the oven, ready to chow down. I have worked hard for this, had a busy day, and I just can't wait to sit around the dinner table with my family and enjoy this low carb pizza. Welcome to my dinner table. It's my favorite place to gather. So I wanted just to give you a little rundown of this pizza. Overall, this whole entire plate full of pizza, ooey gooey, cheesy. I have pepperoni, bacon, sausage. I put a little bit of green pepper and mushrooms. Where my carbs are coming from on this meal is the almond flour that I used in the crust, the cheese, of course, that I also used in the crust and then layered just a little bit on top. And then also my green peppers and my mushrooms. So just, choose your toppings that are lower in carb because that almond flour can really add up, as well as the cheese. Overall, I have approximately 10 carbs in this whole entire meal. This is gonna fill me right up. It's absolutely delicious.
Thank you for watching another episode of Mimi's Keto Kitchen. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this video.